Alrighty, so it is halftime between Seattle versus FC Dallas, and you probably know the drill by now. I'm going to be reviewing the previous game, which was Orlando City versus Nashville, and really, I think the scoreline did indicate the fact that this was kind of, for the most part, one-way traffic for Orlando City, and that if Orlando was a little bit more clinical in this game, and if Nashville didn't have to make some last-ditch block in this one, this could have been much more uglier than the 1-0 scoreline that Orlando City put. So that being said, for Orlando, I think they're also kind of a little fortunate the fact that they were able to walk away with a win because we've seen before where when you decided to not get that killer second goal, it's going to come back to haunt you, and especially with Nashville and the quality that they have, and also have a former MVP known as Hani Mukhtar. A 1-0 lead is never secure. So early on, Willis did deny Torres, but it fell to Angulo, who hits it right to Willis before Torres would puts it high from close range. It was all Orlando early in this one. I mean, they shot out of a cannon in this game, and they were pressing for the quick opener. Cartagena puts it wide from long range. The shots were already 4-0 for Orlando 7 minutes in, and those shots keep coming. In the 17th minute, McGuire would miss one from close, and I thought the Nashville backline was all over the place in the first 15 minutes of this game, and I think they're very fortunate the fact that it is still 0-0 because Orlando seems that they have problem in terms of their finishing early in this game. Though that being said, in the 19th minute, Surge with the first chance for Nashville in this game, and he missed an absolute sitter from point blank. I mean, if he would have scored that one, that would have been completely against the run of play. And we have said before that there's that classic cliche in the playoffs. Margin is definitely thin. It is a really fine line, and that if Surge would have put that one away, not only it would have silenced the crowd at Exploria Stadium, but the momentum probably could change because that would be just such a sucker punch for Orlando City, who looked by far the better team in the first 19 minutes, and in Nashville on their first real chance of the game, and they scored. Though that being said, that chance did at least give Nashville some belief that they can actually get some more possession in this one because they were pinned deep for a majority part of the first 15 minutes. They started to get into this game and getting more possession. Though on the other end, Forson would puts it high from long range. And I wrote for all the chances that Orlando has been given, they have not really shown that clinical finishing. And it kind of shows after when Angulo had a shot that was deflected and goes wide. While it was 10-2 in favor of Orlando in terms of shots, only two of them was on target compared to one that Nashville, of course, had. But in the 41st minute, all the pressure that Orlando City has put has finally paid off as Curtientna would score his well or would score Orlando's first goal from Araujo or Arujo, depending on how you want to pronounce it, to give Orlando City a 1-0 lead. I almost said Cartagena score his first goal this season for Orlando. He has already scored one this season for Orlando City, and of course, he also scored one in the League Cup as well. And it was a great finish there from Cartagena. I mean, he's not a guy that's known for those long range shots. And I think maybe Nashville gave him a little too much respect because he had a pretty good look at it. It wasn't great closing down there from Nashville, which is very uncharacteristic because up to this point they were putting their bodies on the line and blocking those shots, and it was kind of weird to see that they decided to not close Cartagena down, and Cartagena basically made them pay. Score an absolute golazo to give Orlando City a 1-0 lead. Though on the other end, Mukhtar himself looked to try to respond from long range, and he came close to do so if it wasn't for the post getting in the way. So this is just kind of a reminder that, yeah, even though I know Hani Mukhtar has been struggling for Nashville, he's always a dangerous man. There's always a moment of magic about him, and that yeah, that would have been an emphatic way to respond for Nashville if that one went in. But we do head to halftime with this one being 1-0 in favor of Orlando. In the second half, Angulo would hit one right to Willis before he had chance just not long after as his shot was deflected high there. Again, there was a lot of block shots in this game. Nashville was really trying their best to basically block those shots and floor those opportunities that Orlando has had. And while Orlando was definitely pushing for a second goal, the crowd chanting for VAR as they feel like Zimmerman handball that one in the box. In fact, I think Oscar Pereira immediately told his team to not take that corner. Like they were checking to see whether or not if that indeed was handball. And even though they finished checking it, Oscar Pereira was still telling his guys to hang on and not restart play. So yeah, I'm not sure did he get the message, the fact that they already checked it and it's not a handball, because again, when you look back at it, I think in the end they got the call right. I don't think it was enough in terms of being for a handball in that situation. That being said, we also have seen before in MLS where what is a handball in MLS. But up to that point, the shots were 18-4 in favor of Orlando 55 minutes in, making 19-4 after Schlegel would heads it right to Willis. And I just feel like the longer this stays 1-0, it does not favor Orlando City. I mean, they feel like they need to get this second goal because, we know about Nashville, even though they haven't been at their best in this game. It only takes one break. It only takes one break that Nashville is trying to go on the counterattack, and now this game could potentially be tied. And as I mentioned, they do have the former MVP Hani Mukhtar, and if he can just create something out of nothing, then all of a sudden this game would have tied at one apiece. In fact, he had a chance to do so, but Gallese came up with a big save there to deny him in the 58th minute. And while Gallese didn't really have too much to do in this one, he did have to make some big save in this one to keep Nashville off the board. On the other end, Willis with Paul McGuire shot wide in the near post before Angulo puts it wide from a tight angle. And then Bunbury. Oh man, this was really the chance for Nashville. Like he had a free header here from the delivery into the box from Mukhtar from the corner, and he missed that one wide. And honestly, this is when I wrote Orlando absolutely need the second goal, because that they really got away with that moment there. They're very lucky that Theo Bunbury has not been in a goal scoring form, and really for this Nashville team, they haven't really been on a goal scoring form for the last month or so. But yeah, that's one that they really got away with it, and one that Theo Bunbury would definitely be thinking about all night, because that would have tied the game up. And again, it's all about fine margin in the playoffs, and especially if you're Nashville, you know that you're the underdogs coming into this game. You have to take advantage of the chances you given, and that is a huge missed opportunity there for Theo Bunbury. Forrison then had a shot that was deflected and goes wide. Again, there was a lot of that in this game for Orlando. And then on the other end, Galese would deny Surridge as the flag went up. And what a save this was from Galese. I mean, it wouldn't have counted because the flag went up, but Galese never know that. We then had some small coming together between both of these teams. There was definitely some late challenges in this one, but I didn't think there was as much coming together than I thought we would be in this game. I don't know about that as we head into game two. And in fact, I think I won't be surprised if we now heading into game two in most of these playoff first round series. I'm surprised it could be a little bit more feisty in game two, especially with the way that, no, a lot of these games, if not all these games, are basically elimination game for teams that lost in the first round, and there's going to be some more tempers that's going to be there, and more high stake that's going to be happening in game two of these series. But yeah, in the end, Orlando, they were able to win 1-0 in this one, and the shots in this one, they had 25 shots compared to the 7 that Nashville has. But the problem is, only 5 of them was on goal compared to the 3 that Nashville has. 3 shots off target compared to the 9 that Orlando has. 11 shots that was blocked compared to the 1 that Nashville has. And possession-wise, 58% possession compared to the 42% possession that Nashville has in this game. And well, it was definitely a game that, for Oscar Pereira, he would love that if his team was a little bit better in terms of finishing. In the playoffs, it really doesn't matter how you do it, especially in a best of 3 series. You can either win ugly like this. Well, I wouldn't say it was ugly, but it was just a game where Orlando clearly had problem in terms of finishing. But in the end, they still got it done. In the end, which I think Oscar Pereira would be happy with this team. But yeah, we shall see how game two is going to look like. I mean, for Nashville, obviously they had their moments in this game. I mean, as much as I know they got outplayed at part of this game, that was kind of what the plan Nashville was going to be. They're going to try to absorb as much pressure as they can, and they try to hit Orlando on the counter attack. And there were times where they were able to be successful with that, but this is where they got to put away those chances. And for a team that haven't been able to do that, yeah, you just wonder that if they don't do that in game two, they could be eliminated from the playoffs. But there you have it. That is pretty much it in terms of looking at this match between Orlando and Nashville SC. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this game. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys like, smash the subscribe button. And yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.